When you start a business, money always seems to be the biggest obstacle. It doesn't need to be. There are a surprising number of business models that don't need much capital to get started. In today's video, we're going to talk about a few of them. Welcome back to Coach Stack, your secret weapon for improving yourself through business, investing, and personal growth. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bells so you don't miss out on our next videos. Alright, let's get started. Before we get into some specific business models, I want to quickly explain why starting a business with no money is possible. Let's start with the basics and build up from there. Firstly, what is a business? There are a few definitions you could pull out here, but I think the most useful one is an organization that produces something of value for a profit. Sometimes the thing being produced is a physical product. For example, a bakery is a business that produces baked goods for a profit. Other times the thing being produced is more abstract. A criminal defense law firm doesn't produce physical products. Instead, they produce successful court appearances. You'll notice that value is common to both kinds of businesses. If you want to start a successful business, whether you have $100 or $100 million, you need to provide something of value. So, how do you create value? Realistically, you have two options: capital and labor. Okay, there are definitely more than two ways, but capital and labor are definitely the most common and most feasible options. Let's talk about capital. In economics, capital refers to assets that have productive capabilities. If I own a landscaping business, all of my hedge trimmers, pickup trucks, leaf blowers, and hoses are considered capital because they increase my productive output. Obviously, capital is great for starting and operating a business. Being more productive is more profitable than being less productive. Capital allows you to be more productive. Ipso facto, capital is good for business. Slight problem though. To get capital, you usually need money. Nobody handed me the equipment I use in my imaginary landscaping business. I didn't inherit it either, although that does happen frequently in real life. No, I had to buy it. That's an issue if you're trying to start a business with no money, which brings us to labor. You probably know the definition of labor, but I'll cover it quickly anyway. Labor is work. You generate value by investing your labor into completing a task that another person can't, won't, or just doesn't want to do themselves. The key takeaway here is that investing your labor doesn't directly cost you anything. If you want a business with no money, you're going to need to put in some time and hard work. You can use this information to start thinking up business ideas. Alright, with that background out of the way, let's go to two examples of businesses you can start with no money. Actually, let me rephrase that. Don't cost you much to start. It's pretty likely that you'll have a few expenses when starting any business. Marketing, for example. In this video, the cutoff will be $100. Anything more than $100 in startup costs will not be tolerated. I'll go over two examples in detail to give you an idea of what kinds of things you should be thinking about, and I'll end by giving you a list of some businesses that are similar. 1. Window washing. If you live in a residential area, starting a window washing business is a great way to make some money without a big initial investment. Let's quickly go over the main expenses. Basically, there are two main expense categories when it comes to starting a window washing business: tools and marketing. On the tools front, you'll only really need to buy soap, a telescopic window washing pole, and possibly a hose extension for reaching around people's homes. The soap will run you $10, the pole will probably be around $40, and you can get 70 feet of garden hose for around $30. That's $80 total so far. Marketing is pretty simple when it comes to window washing. The first option you have is going door to door. Not only is this free, but it's also a great way to help people put a face to a name. The second option is posting flyers through people's mail slots and hanging them in high-traffic areas within whatever radius you're comfortable traveling for work. This advertising method will cost you about $20 for 300 flyers. Window washing is a great business model for a few reasons. 1. It's not a difficult skill to master. 2. It's not very demanding work. 3. There aren't many operational costs. Soap is the only recurring expense you'll need to worry about. And 4. The potential for return is surprisingly high. To break down that last point, let's do some math. Studies show that the conversion rate for flyer-based advertising in the service industry is around 3%. That means your initial 300 flyers might net you 9 customers right off the bat. Since the average cost of external window washing is $57.50 per hour, those 9 customers might mean $517.50 in revenue in your first month. Let's say you use some of that money to print more flyers the next month, 600 of them this time. Now you're looking at 27 clients total for a monthly revenue of $1,552.50. As you can see, this business model can be surprisingly profitable. 2. Dog walking. One of the many trends to come out of the pandemic has been a massive surge in puppy sales. People were stuck inside and decided a dog was the best solution to their boredom. Now they aren't stuck inside and they need someone to walk the dog while they're at work. That's where you come in. If you're trying to start a dog walking business cheaply, there are only 3 real expenses: marketing, equipment, transportation. When it comes to marketing your dog walking business, you have 2 solid options: flyering, like we talked about earlier, and online advertisements. For free online advertisements, posting on local forums and in Facebook groups is a great option. Alternatively, you could try posting ads on service sites like Craigslist for a small fee. Altogether, you could be looking at a marketing investment of less than $30. Equipment is pretty straightforward when it comes to dog walking. All you need are leashes and bags, lots of bags. The good news is that neither of those will cost you very much, at most probably around $40. Finally, there's transportation. If you don't live somewhere that's great for walking dogs, you'll need a way to transport them all. If you can walk to a dog park, great. That's a free solution. If you can't, you'll probably be driving. That means using a bit of gas. Alright, it's math time. Let's assume that you opt to print 300 flyers for your dog walking business. Once again, you get 9 conversions. Let's assume that these 9 customers hire you for 2 visits a week each. If you charge $20 for a 30-minute walk, the national dog walking average, you're looking at a potential monthly revenue of $1,440. Once again, the majority of this money can be reinvested into things that help the business grow, like better marketing, a larger vehicle, more dog walkers. Now that you have a sense of what kinds of businesses you can start for almost no money, I'm going to quickly list a few ideas for you to think about. Tutoring, pet sitting, cleaning, eBay selling, thrift store upselling, mobile car wash, freelancing, consulting, making YouTube videos, podcasting, Uber driving. As you can see, there are a surprising number of options when it comes to businesses that you can start with no money, or at least very little. Obviously, having money to begin with is incredibly useful, but luckily it isn't essential, especially if you're comfortable putting in hard work to get the business off the ground. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out and means that you won't miss out on any future Coach Stack content. Thanks for watching and see you next time.